That was very different, very fun. Enjoyed that a lot. I was inspired today, funnily enough, by a viewer, a dude who's been mad consistent, and I really appreciate his support. He showed me for a long time now. I believe his name's Vincent, and he put me onto this guy called Iron Lou, who has this really interesting way of training. I don't know much about it. I can't claim to know much about it. The guy who put me onto it knows way more about him than me. From what I understand, he's been following him for years. And from what I can gather, these guys' philosophy is very simple. It's all strongman type training combined with calisthenics and powerlifting. And they're fucking good at it. And they got some really, really cool videos. And today, before training, I was watching some videos of theirs. Or his, sorry. And I felt really inspired to train outside today. And now I'm lucky to have a little outdoor gym type thing. It's not great, but it's got monkey bars, pull-up bars, dip bar, so on and so forth, right near my gym. And today the weather was shit. Windy, really fucking windy. The wind's strong. Rainy. We live by the sea, so the wind just hits hard and it's sharp. And I thought to myself, you know what? For a long time now, I've been feeding myself this bullshit of oh, you live in the UK, you gotta wait till summer till you train outside. And now I'm watching Yvonne's recent videos, and anybody who watches Yvonne, Squat Everyday guy, will know that he lives in Australia. And right now it's their summer. And I've been watching his videos and been jealous as fuck. I'll be so real, so jealous. I want to train outside, man. I really want to train outside. There's something quite primal about it, I believe. So today I was just like, you know what, yeah, fuck this shit, bro. Stop being a bitch. Stop using the weather as an excuse and just get outside. Because if you don't do it today, you're not going to do it just because the sun's shining. Life don't really work like that. If you're really going to change your behavior, you're going to change it now. It's not going to take New Year's or your birthday or a change in the weather or fucking change in government. If you're going to change your behavior, you're going to change it now. So I said, fuck it. Put my waterproofs on. I looked for some gardening gloves, but I didn't have any to hand, which was unfortunate because the grip was kind of awkward. But I put my leather gloves on, pulled up, looked at it like, holy shit, am I really about to do this? I said, fuck it. Got out there and got a little workout in. Much shorter than I usually do. Ended up being about 45 minutes. However, it was really interesting to experience the impact the elements have on you when you're training, especially on a windy day like this. There were certain things that I've really struggled with because I could literally feel my body being blown by the wind. And that really impacted my grip in particular. My grip has never burnt out as quickly as it did today and as consistently as it did today. And I really struggled to get it back in any capacity. It was a really, really interesting experience. Something as simple as hanging leg raises, something that I do a lot, all of a sudden became really difficult. Why? Because every time I brought my legs up, the instability was exposed by gusts of wind, and I was being blown about whilst hanging onto the bar, which led to one side being slightly more taxed than another, so on and so forth. And that was a really cool and interesting experience, I must admit. I really fucking enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the wet, obviously, that just doesn't help. However, at the same time, well, that's a matter of perspective. I can say it doesn't help, but then at the same time I could argue that it adds a unique load. It means that I'm gripping differently to how I would if the bar was dry and I was able to chalk up, which means that my hands are being taxed in a way unlike any other. They're being taxed in a way that they're only going to be taxed when you are using the bar wet with these particular set of gloves on, so on and so forth. So it was a wicked experience, man. It was a wicked experience. How much more I'll do it, I ain't got a clue. I ain't committing to nothing. Cause it's cold, wet, all that shit. But it was fun, man. It was fun. And it opened my eyes to like the many possibilities that are out there when you just kind of ask nature to guide you on your movement journey for the day, your exercise journey for the day. Not that I used natural equipment, obviously, but just in general, I'm sure you could go to a local park or local woods and forests and shit and get a good workout in just using trees. Put some gloves on, look after your hands, because they definitely ain't ready for that shit, and just fucking climb some trees. Just do some squats, do some press-ups, see if you can find a branch to do some pull-ups on, so on and so forth. Like, it just adds to the fun of it, I guess, and mixes it up, stops it from being so monotonous. But no, I enjoyed it. So thank you for the inspiration. It's much appreciated. If you made it this far, thank you very much, and I shall see you tomorrow.